Chosen in the dark, where power ends and love begins. Chapter 9. Him. Valen enjoyed audiences. That's what made him dangerous. He didn't just want power, he wanted people to witness it. Ilara stood between us like she hadn't realized she'd walked into a room where men didn't argue with words. Not really. I kept my voice even. Step away from her. Valen smiled, lazy and pleased. She came to me, he said. You don't get to pretend this is my fault. Ilara's jaw tightened. Good. She wasn't shrinking, but anger without strategy was exactly what Valen fed on. I walked into the room and stopped beside her, not too close, not touching. I refused to give Valen the satisfaction of claiming I'd marked her. Valen's eyes flicked between us anyway. He saw the connection. He always did. You're brave, he said to her. Or reckless, I can't decide. I'm not here for your opinion, Ilara snapped. Valen's smile widened, delighted. There it is, he murmured. The fire. I didn't look away from him. You threatened a clinic, I said. You dragged civilians into this. Valen's expression softened into mock sympathy. You dragged her into this, he corrected. I'm simply acknowledging it. You're trying to force her to choose, I said. Valen's eyes glittered. Don't you want her to? He asked lightly. Isn't that what you've been circling around since she arrived? Ilara's head turned sharply toward me. I felt it. Her attention, her question, her sudden awareness that the men in this room had history she hadn't seen yet. Valen took a slow step forward. Let me simplify, he said. Ilara, I offered you a token. You refused. In this city, refusal is an insult. I don't care, she said. Valen's smile vanished. A clean cut. Oh, he said softly. You will. I shifted slightly, just enough for him to see I was willing to break this room apart if he pushed. Valen noticed. He always noticed. That's why he stepped back. Not because he feared me, because he preferred timing. Enjoy your therapist, he said, turning toward the window again. Just remember, Adrian, she's not bulletproof. Ilara stiffened. My name hadn't been said to her yet. Not fully. Not as a truth. Valen had just handed her a weapon. I didn't react outwardly, but I could feel the ripple through her body. Adrian. So he'd done it. He'd named me. Not for her benefit. For mine. Valen lived for small humiliations disguised as information. I stepped forward. This ends, I said. Valen glanced back, smiling again, smaller now. No, he replied. It begins. Then he added, almost casually, by the way, she left the safe house without telling you. Ilara's breath caught. My jaw tightened. Valen walked past us, unhurried, like he wasn't the most dangerous man in the room. The door closed behind him, and suddenly the room felt too quiet.
Her. My heart was still pounding from the confrontation, but my mind latched onto one thing with sharp clarity. Adrian. That was his name, not him. Not the man from the clinic, not the shadow with control in his voice. A name made him real. And the way Valen said it, like a secret pulled out of a pocket, made me feel exposed. I turned to Adrian. You didn't tell me your name, I said. He didn't flinch. I didn't want it used against you, he replied. Or against you? I pushed. His eyes met mine. Both, he admitted. I should have been satisfied. Instead, irritation sparked. You warned me, I said. You controlled access. You put me in a safe house. You monitored me. Don't deny it. I'm not denying it, he said quietly. That's not normal, I snapped. His gaze didn't waver. No, he agreed. It's not. This city isn't normal. I stepped closer. What did Valen mean? She's not bulletproof, I demanded. What does he want from me? Adrian's jaw tightened as if he was biting down on something sharp. He wants leverage, he said, and your clean leverage. Clean, I repeated. You're not part of our world, he explained. So if you get hurt, it looks like I failed. If you accept him, it looks like I lost you. Either way, he wins a story. I stared at him. So I'm a symbol. For him, Adrian corrected. Not for me. The way he said it should have reassured me. It didn't, because his eyes looked strained, like he was fighting the urge to say something else. I took a breath. You threatened him, I said. I warned him, he replied. That's not the same. He looked away for a fraction of a second. It's the only thing I can do without making it worse, he said. I studied him. This wasn't a man who couldn't act. This was a man choosing restraint like it was a punishment. You're scared of him, I said before I could stop myself. Adrian's head snapped back to me, his eyes hardened. Don't mistake caution for fear. The temperature in the room dropped. Then he exhaled slowly, and the hardness softened just slightly. I'm scared of what he'll do to you, he corrected. My throat tightened. There it was, not romance, not confession, but the first honest crack of emotion. And it hit me in a way I wasn't prepared for.
Him. I should have ended this conversation. I should have taken her out of here, put her back behind secure doors, and returned to the war. But she was looking at me like she was trying to understand not just my world, me, and that was a problem. I'm not your responsibility, she said quietly, voice steadier now. I met her gaze. You are, I replied. The words left my mouth before I could filter them. She froze. So did I. A mistake, a truth. The same thing, in my world. Her voice lowered. That's not fair, she said. I didn't claim it was, I answered. Silence. Then she whispered, almost to herself, So this is what you do. You protect by controlling. I didn't deny it. She stepped back slightly, creating space again, but her eyes stayed on me. I'm going back to Sarah, she said. She needs stability, not wars between men. My jaw tightened. This isn't a war between men, I said. It's a war for narratives. She nodded, like she hated that she understood. Then she turned to leave. I followed. We reached the corridor outside Valen's office. That's when my phone buzzed. Lucien. Sir, he said sharply. We have a problem. I stopped walking. Ilara looked back at me. What? She asked. Lucien's voice came through, cold. The girl, Sarah, she's gone. Everything in me went still. The world narrowed, and the only thought in my mind was brutal in its simplicity. Valen didn't need Ilara to choose. He needed her to lose.